Solana is coming out with a Gemini credit card. Excuse me, I kind of worded that wrong. Gemini is coming out with a Solana credit card. Okay, pretty big news for Gemini and to Solana. So October 20th, it's a Monday, guys. Welcome back to the Coin Zone. I'm your host, Crypto with Paul. So we got a couple of news stories that I want to run through on this Monday morning. It's a great time to be with you guys. If you're sipping coffee, tea, whatever it may be, I hope you're enjoying it. So tons of different things, a couple different announcements on this Monday morning with Gemini and Solana. They were kind of hinting it over the weekend. So first off, the Gemini and Solana, they partnered to do a stream on X for 48 hours nonstop with the goal to raise $50K to help treat childhood cancer via St. Jude. This is really cool. Gemini and Solana, 48-hour stream. That is interesting. Back to this. This is also very interesting, guys. So Gemini introduced a Solana credit card offering up to 4% back in Solana with automatic staking for rewards. I mean, look, it's 100 different ways to look at this. If you are interested in altcoins, maybe you weren't interested in Bitcoin ever and you're in crypto more for altcoins. You didn't really like their Bitcoin offering. Then they came out with an XRP offering, and now a Solana offering. So I believe, let's check their website actually. So if we go to Gemini's website, they have not a ton, but they do have a different offering here. It looks like where it says it's just the Gemini credit card, which on that you can still, however, earn Bitcoin or 50 different cryptos available on Gemini. So not only, I believe it's saying here, can you earn Solana, XRP, or Bitcoin, but you can actually choose to have it in a different cryptocurrency as well on their platform. Very, very interesting. So here it is right on their website now, guys. Solana, XRP, and Bitcoin. Gas, EV, and transit 4% back, dining 3%, groceries 2%, everything else 1%. I mean, it's money back. It's crypto back. If you're not interested in, if you're not a frequent flyer, you don't really care about getting flights, flight points, etc. If people don't really travel, go to hotels a lot, etc. You don't really care about a credit card like that. Well, then maybe this could be a good offer for you, especially if you're a degen, if you're in these streets, if you've been here looking for the Giga Chat bull run, as we all are. So let's just kick it to this instead, because why not? Elon Musk wants to spice up our Mondays, I guess, or pump his own bags or somebody's, who knows. Floki is back on the job as ex-CEO, and this is a little meme here. A little meme.
Numbers, is this working? Yay!
Yeah, I don't know if you guys could hear that.
Numbers, is this working? Yay!
So here's the deal, guys. Floki is up today. Okay, wait a minute. Does Twitter just literally not have a CEO right now? Elon Musk responds, Floki is the CEO. If you guys didn't know, Floki is the name of his dog. And it's also, if you're really not a degen, you really don't watch this a lot, I guess, then maybe you didn't know that Floki is also a cryptocurrency that is dog-based, right? Yes, it's Elon Musk's dog. Are you surprised? I hope we're all learning today. If you want to know about all the dog coins out there, you should go check out our YouTube video that just came out recently. Okay, we talked about 3 different dog coins in particular. Okay, but I believe we did mention Floki once or twice. Okay, so if you want a general understanding of just how insane the amount of dog coins that actually exist, go watch that video. It's definitely entertaining. But also maybe to learn a little bit about the different types. For example, I think it was Armando who I just interviewed as well on the channel. So go check out that interview as well. Talked about how, there's actually some meme coins that have utility, and he did mention Floki. So Floki is a utility token that forms the backbone of the Floki ecosystem. This cryptocurrency was conceived by members of the Shiba Inu community and draws inspiration from Elon Musk's Shiba Inu, Floki. Very good. Why not? Why not, guys? Okay, we have a little dog and that is Floki. This is an AI generated Floki that Elon posted, guys. So here's your Monday morning. There you go. Some dogs for you, because why not? All right. Elon Musk and Floki up 30%. Okay, Floki was up 30% today. Let's just go on the day here. It was up 30%, 31%, close to 32%. Now up 19% on the day. But if we zoom out, I mean, that definitely is a top gainer so far. I mean, maybe not out of all these things. Look at all this. But we will see Floki on the list right here. 20% average. It was up 30 more. So other, Zcash still doing well. Ocean Protocol looking a little interesting. Some other ones, Echelon Prime up a little bit. Okay. So, but for the most part, guys, what we are seeing is not a whole lot out of the top coins today. They're possibly waiting on news. There's a big day tomorrow. We're going to be live streaming all day tomorrow, basically. So stay tuned for that. Going to be covering a conference. Sergey Nazarov, other individuals are going to be speaking at it. It's going to be big. So make sure to stay tuned. Sub to the channel in the meantime. But yeah, guys, I mean, there's a whole lot of potential right now. And I know everyone is worried about, are we going to have a bull run still? Is the Giga Chad insane nonsense coming back soon? Who knows? But what I do know is that the government might be coming back soon after its shutdown. Its fun little, we don't want to work. Wouldn't that be nice, right? And now they're coming back. And that means the SEC is going to be back. So what does that mean? It means that we might get ETF approvals, guys. We have a list of XRP ones right here from Coin Bureau, but there's many more, guys. There are many more. So what else is there? We've covered this a ton of times. And before the government shut down, I talked about how important and big it could be that we see these ETFs in October and November. And then possibly around the same time, we also get the Clarity Act. So, I mean, that could really be a game changer in a lot of ways. So I'm talking to Gronk here. So we're going to talk to Gronk together. I asked Gronk, crypto ETF deadlines coming up in the end of October into November. What did Gronk tell me? Well, they told me upcoming crypto ETF deadlines, October, November. So 16 applications reaching final review deadlines. These primarily target altcoins like Solana, XRP, Dogecoin, and Cardano. Following the success of Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, the SEC's adoption of new generic listing standards on September 17th, 2025 has streamlined approvals, potentially cutting review times to 240 days to as little as 75 days for assets with established futures trading. This could lead to faster green lights through delays, though delays remain possible due to the ongoing US government shutdown. That's true, starting in November. Okay, so as of late September 2025, over 92 crypto ETF filings are pending approval. 92, guys. Okay, we have Van Eck, Grayscale, Bitwise, Fidelity, Franklin Templeton. This is crazy. Grok goes on to say approvals could unlock billions in institutional inflows, similar to the 3.5 billion seen in Bitcoin's ETFs in September alone. Wow. Yeah, and when you look at assets, we made this point before. Armando pointed this out too about XRP when we were talking about that. But when you have a coin like XRP or like ADA, for example, when their price is very low, and you look at the average investors looking to get into these things, when you look at an asset or like an AVAX that is at around like $20 or something right now. $20.41. Appreciate it for the comment, brother. What do I think about AVAX is that it's definitely undervalued. I mean, AVAX has done so much. It has done so much. So many partnerships, big deals. I think they're building a lot. People are choosing them for things. You see Anthony Scaramucci, I believe, start up a AVAX treasury. Right, so we're seeing treasuries outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum now, And getting back to the point about when new investors come in, when they look at an asset like Bitcoin and Ethereum, you know, Bitcoin's what, 120,000 right now? Not even anymore, right? What is Bitcoin trading at? 110. Ethereum's just around 4K. When they stroll in, right, new investors, and they look at XRP for $2.44, or Cardano for 66 cents, or Avalanche at 20 bucks, or Sui at $2.58, they're going to be more inclined to buy these things just because of a psychological thing. Okay? So if you think about it that way, what do I think? One of my thoughts? Well, when we see institutional adoption, I think it's just going to change everything about the entire space. And you're going to have winners and losers, not in the respect of legislation, but in the respect of who Wall Street wants to play with. If that makes sense. Okay, maybe that deserves a pause. I don't know, but if you get what I mean. Okay, so yeah, just getting back to it. What do I think could happen? The government, see, talking to Kalshi, okay. 12 more days. How long the government shutdown lasts? People think 31 days. So as of today, that would be 12 more days. However, we have it on good authority. Our sources from the White House. Advisor Hassett says the government shutdown will likely end this week. So Kalshi, you're going to be wrong on that one. But that's the whole point, guys. If the government comes back, the SEC gets in, full swing, and Paul Atkins made it his priority. He said a bunch of times, crypto is our priority. So I think that they're going to run through it. I think they're going to run through all these ETFs. They're loosening up the tightening grip that they've had on the space for a while, and they're trying to let innovation happen and gains happen under Donald Trump's directive. So, could be interesting. Chat, let me know what you think about this, though. Okay, because if you are a user of cryptocurrencies, you want to use these things for form of payments like this, etc. These are going to be enticing things to you. And as you guys probably know, if you watch this channel, I'm not the biggest fan of Solana for a number of reasons. And that's okay, though. Doesn't mean I hate it or anything like that. But the point is, when they have so many offerings, it's hard to look away from it at this point. If Solana was my chosen asset that I was accumulating for 4 years and etc., it has a good staking reward. And now I can use it to earn cash back and then just automatically stake. So I have a high stake, I'm earning cash back. It's just compounding. I mean, this is a pretty damn good offering. It's very enticing and it's very interesting. So, I mean, if I was Solana fans, I'm definitely hype about this. And I'm assuming that there's going to be more to come, probably from Solana themselves too, as partnerships evolve and things like this. Solana already has a Visa partnership, right? So it's like, what else are we waiting for? I'm sure there's going to be more to come. If that makes sense. Yes, it makes sense. Sweet deal. We're out here. Freaking. It deserves a gong rip. That wasn't even that loud. Okay. One more time. There we go. Wonderful. So I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Let me know what you think about this. Okay. What do we think about Elon Musk and his dog? Do we think that Floki has legitimate chance to see really good gains in the next couple months, or this upcoming supposed bull run that's still happening? Right? Does the government getting back from its shutdown impact crypto in any big ways? Yes, it will. Obviously, we have tons of ETFs that are in, looking to get approved soon. It's a lot going down. Okay, shout out to Solana. This is pretty interesting. So just to make myself clear, guys, we'll be back going live all day tomorrow, pretty much. So if you haven't subbed, stick around for that. We're going to be covering an event live. That's what we do here. Okay, this is the Coin Zone. I'm Crypto with Paul. If you haven't subbed yet out of watching one of these videos and you're watching right now, consider doing that. Follow us on social medias. And once again, guys, we have really great videos that just came out here on the Coin Zone. So let me just show you what is right here, guys. Okay, so we have Armando Pantoja, fire interview with him. Sorry, I just said fire. That was pretty crazy. But this guy is a futurist, big on AI, big on XRP. So go check that out. We have our Doge video that came out. Okay, if you want to learn more about the dog coins, like I said when we were covering Floki, go check that out. We have our Kronos video. This one's going crazy, 7.8K views. Go check that out. And then we got more coming for you all the time, guys. So appreciate you for tapping in. If you haven't subbed, do that for me. Once again, I'll be back later today for a live and all day tomorrow. So tap back in and I'll see you then.